Hi guys, and welcome back to the LPB Mixed Championship on Project Cars 2. The last round here at Sakito. We're doing the National, Sprint and GP circuits in the touring cars. This is race 1. Cyrex is on pole in the Megane and we're off. Good start by Blakeney though. Blakeney gets a good start as we go through the hazy conditions here at Sakito. TY coming up in the BMW for a good start. As we go through the first, as we go through 130R, the first corner into this tight right-hander. On the brakes, everyone slowing down. Everyone through more or less clean lanes. We look in the background, there's Callum getting muscled out. This goes a bit wide, Neil Farmer looking for a way through. Bidzster sideways in the Opel Astra. All Bidzster needs in this race is a 5th place or higher, and he will be champion. As we go through up the hill into this tight chicane that Blakeney leads us through. Cyrex goes through, TY, Stevie as well as we exit there. And we've got Neil and Bidzster side by side in the background. So Bidzster goes through in the Astra, a little flash the lights, say thank you as we go through Spoon Curve. TY a little bit sideways in the BMW as we look back at Keith for Team Green. It goes a bit wide there. Callum could be having an opportunity there as they all come through. Neil Farmack and Bidzster still quite close in the background as we go across the line. Blakeney in the lead of the race then. Good job for Blakeney in the lead. And then up towards Spoon Curve, through there, really fast, about 125, 120 mile an hour as we got TY going really wide over the grass, takes out a marker board and just about gets the car stopped. Very lucky there as we look. Keith goes wide in the background, Callum goes through. Ever the opportunist in and Bidzster throwing the car in. Just about avoids Keith on the apex. So Callum makes up a place there after Keith's little faux pas. As we look at, Callum goes wide there. Callum's off the road. So welcome back to Callum in the Project Cars 2 Mixed Championship. He's missed all season due to connection difficulties, but he's back. And he's doing well. TY's off the road. Oh no, TY's off the road. Oh, that could be a game changer for the 2nd place in the championship. TY off the road. Or even the 1st place, should I say. Bidzster, his championship rival, goes ahead of him. TY needs to be winning this race. If TY doesn't win this race, then Bidzster only needs to finish. Well, looking at what's happening at the minute, Bidzster will be champion because TY needs to finish ahead of Bidzster here, otherwise Bidzster's champion. But again, not working in TY's favour in this one. As we'll go back to the leaders now, Cyrex and Blakeney side by side. The lead, Cyrex gets through, a little bit of contact, but he's through into the lead. Cyrex goes through, and Stevie closing up behind as well. Keith and everyone else with a train behind him. Bids looking for a way through. Callum there as well. TY back behind him. Close stuff, as typical touring car racing is. Going towards the Degners. Under the bridge. Up the hill. Bidzster looking to get past Callum here on the inside. Into the chicane. Callum's not going to give up too easily, but Bidzster goes through. TY has to watch out. Neil's going to close up as well. Got the leaders close together, or 2nd and 3rd, should I say. Bidzster and Keith side by side also in towards Spoon Curve. We're going to watch Bidzster and Keith into here. Bidzster around the outside of Keith. Keith still keeps it in there. Bidzster leaves him space as they go exit of the corner, but Bidzster should have the faster line around the outside, and he does. Bidzster gets ahead in the Astra. Little flash to light, say thank you. All these Meganes following him. We're thinking, what have I done wrong here? I've got all these Meganes behind me. Goes defensive now in the middle of the road, leaving no way for Keith to go through into the 130R. Fantastic line through there from everyone. As we go down to this next corner here, to the 2nd corner on the brakes, everyone cleanly through. Bidzster with a good line through there. Bidzster starting to clear off. Callum trying to get past Keith here. And we've got Blakeney and Stevie running close together as well. Cyrex in the lead. Stevie looking very feisty here, trying to find a way through past Blakeney. Up over the chicane. Stevie with a tiny little cut there, but gets away with it. And Bidzster throwing the car in. Callum and Keith and TY very close together as well, all with good lines through that chicane. So Keith keeping it close, lap 4 out of 12, you can see at the top of the screen. So Bidzster goes through, Callum trying to catch up to Keith, but Keith again with a very good line through there. So Keith, no slouch in this one. It's very close between Team Green and Team Red in the team championship as well, only 20 points between those two teams, so anything to play for. And also in the drivers championship, Team Green and Team Red cars, so that's Stevie RZR, Keith and Blakeney, they are all within about 20 points of each other in the championship as well, so very close stuff. So it all depends where they finish in this last round. In a good championship, we really enjoyed it, the last one, but we're not getting to that too far yet, as Neil closes up to the back of TY. So Neil closed up on this train as well. Cyrix has cleared off, he's got a 2-second advantage now over Stevie. Blakeney's gone backwards. Blakeney must have made a mistake there. He's got Bidzster right behind him now, as he come up to the chicane. Through the chicane we go, good line there from both, very rallycross-esque line from both of them there. There's Bidzster looking left, looking right, looking for a way through. Very feisty indeed for more places. Even though he doesn't really need to, he'll be champion if he finishes where he is. But he's hungry for more, he wants some more. As Blakeney gets a good run out of there as well, but so does Bidzster as well. Bidzster and Blakeney both with good runs. But here we go, looking at Callum and Keith. Callum moves up to the inside to pass Keith, side by side to 130R. This is only going to work out one way, boys, and that's single file. If you're side by side, it's not going to work, and Keith's going to try and fight it, but it's not going to work. Neil and TY come up very close. The Bidzster's gone round. Oh no, Bidzster's gone round. Oh, we're looking to avoid him. Bidzster spun round. I don't know what happened there, but we'll get a replay on that. Okay, here's a replay on board with Bidzster on lap 6. So right behind Blakeney, coming into the first corner. Into the first corner we go. Blakeney goes onto the curb. Bidzster has to avoid him and lifts off the power, and then tries to avoid him. Keeps it off the wall somehow, and then there's everyone else. We reverse a bit just to get out of the way, and then luckily we rejoined, but well done for Bidzster to keep it out of the wall there. So as we come back from that, there's Bidzster recovering after that incident there. So Bidzster recovers. So here's Callum and there's Blakeney going through in third. So Blakeney goes through, Callum in fourth, Keith back down to sixth after what we saw. So Neil right behind Keith now into the chicane, and Keith going very wide there, very wide. Neil's going to do the cutback and get a good run and go through, I think, which he does. Neil goes through into 6th place, Keith back down to 7th, and Bidzster back in 8th trying to catch up. There he is. So there's Bidzster, and meanwhile we've got Callum and TY very close together as well. TY the BMW, Callum Renault. I thought Callum was going to go for the BMW myself, but TY's in it, and the BMW's got a lot more straight line speed than the front wheel drives. As you can see there, right round the outside, challenging. There he is, we can see him on board. Into the 130R, Callum gives him space, TY goes wide, but TY around the outside of 130R. Brave stuff indeed, good move there from TY. Very good. Into the second corner, over the bump. Callum goes a tiny bit wide, but again, you can get away with it with the front wheel drive, just a tiny little lift and it'll bring itself back in. Neil and Keith running close together as well. Bidzster on catch up, so a little bit more spread out now, but not to worry, I'm sure things will close up towards the end of the race as everyone goes through under the bridge. So here's Neil, he's catching up to the back of Callum slowly into the chicane. Callum takes a bad line through there, and Keith takes an even worse line. He goes wide, and he's going to have Bidzster all over the back of him soon if he's not careful. There he is, there's Bidzster on the comeback from earlier. There's Callum and Neil very close together as the camera switches to Callum and Neil out of the notorious spoon curve, and out of there Bidzster and Keith look like they're quite close to the background as well, but we'll keep an eye on this first because these lot will get to the corner first. So Callum with Neil behind, Neil looking left and right, just trying to have a little look, trying to put Callum under a bit of pressure. Both with good lines through there, and Keith still just ahead of Bidzster in the background as we look. Keith defends from Bidzster. Bidzster goes to the outside. Will he go for a cutback move? The answer is yes. Keith goes wide. Bidzster's up the inside. Bidzster goes through. Good cutback move there from Bidzster. Keith couldn't do anything there. So Keith goes back down to 8th place. RZR having a horrible race in this one in the BMW. So RZR at the back of the grid. Hopefully won't be there for too long in the next one. Hopefully he'll be able to get used to that car and pick up his pace. But Neil Farmack and Callum are still quite close together on track. Only a second or so between them. Bidzster over the curve and he's lost it again. Sideways almost over. Oh, wow. Reminiscence of Gabriele Tarquini in 1994 at Donington when he went up on 2 wheels. Oh, brilliant stuff from Bidzster. We'll get a replay on that to see what actually happened. Okay, here's a replay of what happened to Bidzster on lap 8 when he went sideways. So up into the corners, misjudged the entrance, sideways, gets his foot in it and just brings it back round. Brilliant car control, and that's what happened to Bidzster. So as we rejoin from that, Bidzster's he's not finished going sideways because he's still going sideways now. He's pushing that hard. Keith right behind him. So let's check. So there's Callum and Neil again, the closest battle on track at the minute, heading down towards 130R. Through 130R. Obviously, the Sakito is a version of Suzuka because they couldn't get the. I don't think they could get the copyright for it. Neil goes at the inside of Callum. Oh, good move there. Neil with a good move up the inside of Callum there and gets 5th place. But yeah, Sakito is a version of Suzuka because they couldn't afford they couldn't either afford or properly get the rights to Suzuka, so they thought they'd make up their own sort of version, which actually I really do like, to be honest. It's a really nice take on the track. Obviously, there are some corners which are more or less the same as what they would have been, which is like the chicane. That chicane's always been there. It's not always used on the GP track, but used for some national ones. But again, this corner up here and then up towards Spoon Curve and 130R, they're all the same that they would be in real life. And then everything else just adjusted slightly. But as you'll see more of that on the other one, as Callum very sideways. Doesn't look like Callum's very much at home in that front wheel drive Megane. I think he should have stuck with the BMW because that's the car he was going to run, but then decided to change his mind at the last minute. Meanwhile, Blaney and TY side by side for 3rd place. TY on the inside for 3rd, gets 3rd place. Blaney has to give it up. As Blaney's not going to give up yet, though. He's on the outside. TY has to defend the inside into the next corner. Now, will he run wide? Will Blaney go for a cutback? He's having a little look about it, but no, not close enough just to get his nose in there. And TY into 3rd place with a good move there. So Stevie in 2nd place. Still 5 seconds. Oh, TY sideways in the BMW. Oh, fantastic hold there. Very hard to hold a BMW when it goes sideways, but TY's the man if it does. So TY goes sideways and loses a place to Blaney, but a good recovery. I'm sure I'll be right back on the tail of that Renault as we get up towards Spoon Curve. And I'm right, the top end of that BMW helping him out. As they go into Spoon, Blaney slightly defends the inside line into Spoon. That's going to leave him compromised for the way out, but no, he gets a good run there. And into this corner, and look, see how tight the front wheel drive cars can just keep to the apex. But then again, it doesn't really help on the way out. And as you can see the speed of that BMW, here he comes. Yellow BMW. Blaney moves across to defend a tiny bit, doesn't leave TY much room. He's into the marker boards. I don't know whether there was any need to be that excessive with the squeezing, but Blaney did it. Squeezed him off. Well, not off onto the grass, but just squeezed him slightly as Neil, Callum and Bidzster are closing up as well. So all closing up on this penultimate lap, lap 11 out of 12. All getting close now. TY, oh, look at Callum, Neil and Bidzster in the background. They're quite close. We'll just cut to that now. There he is. Bidzster looking to make up more places from that mistake earlier. There we go. Up the hill. Into the chicane. Everyone looking for a good run out of the chicane. Callum gets a bit more of a bad run. Bidzster looking for a way through, but no way through there. Looking to the inside for Spoon. Is he going to make it stick? Is he going to drive it? No, he's not. Blaney still ahead. Bidzster throwing the smoke up off the tyres sideways. Bids and Callum trying to get a good run out of there. TY's not got past Blaney yet, but again, he'll get another good run down the straight. And Bidzster's got a good run on Callum as well. So that's going to be 2 battles to watch as we go on to the last lap of the race now. Blaney defends from TY. TY tries to go around the outside. He's going to try and force the issue around the outside. goes onto the AstroTurf and luckily just avoids that curb. Bidzster go through as well. Bidzster trying to... And Neil's lost it! Neil's... Oh, how did Bidzster avoid him there? Neil with a... Oh, I don't know what happened there, but Neil lost it. Bidzster and Callum very lucky to avoid him there. We'll get a replay on that. But after we come back from that incident, TY looking to get past Blakeney, throwing the car sideways. Never seen a BMW thrown that much sideways since the Formula Drift. As we go up the hill to the chicane, Cyrex is almost at the flag. Cyrex been in control of this race from start to finish. Good job from Cyrex. As Callum and Bidzster go through, Callum gets a bad run out of that chicane. Bidzster's going to be right behind him. Bidzster looking for another spot. And I think he's got the 5th place he needs to be champion. He's got the 5th place, just needs to hold on to it. But here's Cyrex, he comes across the line, he wins the race. Good job there from Cyrex, likes to flag victory. Stevie in 2nd, Blakeney's just going to hold on for 3rd. Is it going to be close to the line? Because TY's going to have a run. Blakeney trying to keep in the middle of the road, not leaving any room. Blakeney 3rd, TY 4th. Bidzster is champion, 5th place for Bidzster. Bidzster is the Project Cars 2 mixed champion. Well done to Bidzster. Callum 6th. Keith in 7th, RZR is going to be 8th, and Neil Farmack goes right down to the back after that incident we saw earlier. So Neil Farmack in last position, unlucky there for Neil. Right guys, let's take you through the results then. So Cyrex was the winner in that one from 7 seconds from Stevie in 2nd place. Then it was 3rd for Blakeney, followed closer home by TY in 4th. Bidzster in 5th, and that's enough to make him the champion this season. Well done to Bidzster for that. Callum finishes 6th, Keith in 7th, RZR Blade finishes in 8th position, and Neil rounds off the 9. But there's your race winner, round here somewhere when the camera gets to him. There he is. There's Cyrex just on the left of the picture there. He's the winner. But here's Bidzster. Here's our champion of this season in the orange Astra, just to the right of Callum there. So, right then guys, we'll see you guys for race 2.